Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Welcome back. Now, what are we talking about? Essentially, we're talking about money. And I use history. We're talking about money. And I use history. I use history, I use current events, I use economic cycles and business cycles to help you understand what is happening, because my ultimate goal is for you to have generational prosperity for you and your future generations. Now, in order for me to help you have generational prosperity, it is critical for me to help you think about things in a much different way. So welcome to my live stream. Now, what are we talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about the stock market, and we're going to be talking about some real money moves that are happening right in front of your face, which is essentially money flow. I tell you every single day, money does not disappear, money moves. If you do not shift with the money, you get shafted, and that is how you and your future generations endure generational poverty. Now, if you don't know this, my live stream has a moderator. My moderator plans my talking points. I want to repeat, I have talking points. Having talking points means I have an agenda, I have a goal to educate. My live stream is very different than what you're accustomed to, because you are typically accustomed to a very different type of system. This is education. This is informational. If you were sitting in a Harvard lecture, you would not expect the professor of Harvard to be engaging with you back and forth. So I want to set your expectations. One, I'm here to educate and inform, and I will not be able to indulge and answer every comment and or question. If you leave a comment that is not adding value, or you're having a conversation in my live stream that does not have anything to do with what I'm saying, you will get muted or blocked. And last but not least, I need you to focus. I need you to really focus on what I'm talking about, because what I'm going into is intense. My goal is not to tell you what to do. My goal is to help you think. I'm going to repeat this because some of y'all get confused. Do not ask me what to do with your money. My goal is to teach you how to think critically, so that you can make decisions on your own, and you're no longer reliant on other people giving you direction. If you truly have an interest in writing economic booms and following money flow, you must take accountability and responsibility for your actions and or decisions. So if you understand the rules of the game in my live stream, welcome. I am here to challenge your thinking, and I'm here to teach you how to think differently. Do we understand each other? Now, last but not least, I need you to tap that screen. When you tap that screen, that helps me know that you understand me, we're vibing, and I may proceed forward. My name is Tara, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I am a very passionate woman when it comes to money, because I love money. Anyone who does not understand that, you probably should scroll. Keep your gender, keep your religious, keep your racial, keep all your political, keep that out of my live stream. This is about money. Now, are you ready for me to get started? Because I'm going to blow your minds today. This is about money flow. This is about money moves. And this is about you understanding a perspective that is bigger than your point of view. Are you ready for me to get started? Please tap that screen. Now, hi, Royalty. Welcome, Royalty. Royalty, I have not forgotten about you. I will be responding to your comment. So I want you to know, BHP, I see you, and I will be responding to your comment that you left me a few days ago. Now, the stock market. The stock market is behaving extreme. We all know that, but this is nothing new. The information I'm getting ready to share with you today is it should crack something in your belief system. Okay, I'm going to repeat. If you think what I talked about yesterday was of significance, I'm getting ready to nudge you, okay? I'm going to nudge your spirit. I'm going to nudge your mind, and I'm probably going to hit your emotions. And if I hit your emotions, I'm going to ask you this. Keep your feelings out of my live stream, because this is not personal. Now, listen very carefully to what I'm getting ready to say. Moves predict lasting trouble for traders. How the stock market's extreme moves, okay? The stock market's extreme moves predict lasting trouble for traders. Where are you at? Where you at? Tap, tap, tap. Where you go? Come on. Come on. Don't get scared. All right. We're bosses on this. This is about money. Come on now. Come back to me. Okay. The 90-day pause propelled U.S. stocks to one of the best days on record. Now, let me talk to you about the S&P 500. Some of you guys do not know the history of the S&P 500 and what it means, okay? I'm getting ready to rock your world. I am pretty confident that you guys do not understand what the S&P 500 means and when it acts a certain way, what it's a reflection of. Are you ready for me? I know I have traders. I have all kinds of people in here. I need to make sure that you're grounded and you're focused. If you're ready for me, I need you to tap that screen because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that should make you sit the hell down. All right? Tap that screen. The S&P 500's best days in history tend to precede economic crisis. It's called head fakes. Do you hear me? The 90-day pause propelled U.S. stocks to one of the best days on record. The S&P 500's best days in history tend to precede economic crisis called head fakes. Do you hear me? Are you hearing me? Now, some of you don't know what that means. Some of you on my live stream, you know what I'm saying. The people who know what I'm talking about, I'm asking you to tap that screen. You see, the S&P 500 is a comprehensive snapshot of the U.S. economy. It is a diversified benchmark. So when the S&P 500 typically has its best days, it's before an economic crisis or it's during an economic crisis. Do you understand what an economic crisis is? You know economics and you know crisis. Economics, crisis. So you just watched yesterday the S&P 500 perform well. I'm not even done talking to you. I need to make sure you have cemented what I said. The S&P 500 is a comprehensive snapshot of the U.S. economy. It is a diversified benchmark. It's like a sample. It's a sample of our business industries. The S&P's 500 best days in history tends to precede, that means before, it precedes an economic crisis. It's called a head fake. Even after S&P 500 best days, the U.S. stock market benchmark is only higher than less than 50% of the time historically. Of the S&P 500's best days, all of them were during or before a financial crisis. I'm going to listen to me. If you take the best days in history of the S&P 500, the top 15 days were preceding an economic crisis or during an economic crisis. I need you to sit with that. Some of y'all went quiet. Okay, you went back into the stock market. You took those pennies and peanuts. You took your peanuts and pennies and you went back into the stock market. I need you to tap that screen. So the performance that you saw yesterday, and I told you yesterday, hello land, I told you the economics did not make sense. Now I'm going to drive the point home. The S&P 500 best 15 days in history is before an economic crisis and or during an economic crisis. Now let me give you the best 15. 2 of them were in 2020 during the pandemic. 2 were during the 2008 financial crisis. 1, Black Monday of 87. 9 were the Great Depression. Come on now, come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me, come back to me, come back to me. Did you hear what I said? Of the 15 best days in history of the S&P 500, 2 were during the 2020 pandemic. 2 were during the 2008 financial crisis. 1 was Black Monday of 1987, and 9 were in the Great Depression. What do you think about that? If you heard me, tap that screen, give me hearts. Did you know this? Did you know this information? So when you have these financial influencers telling you that the stock market, thank you, Land, that the stock market is on sale. Have you ever heard some of that inane, hot air bullshit in your life? If the stock market's on sale, that's a cute way. That's a Gen Z way of saying it's tanking. The S&P 500 yesterday ranked number 8. The performance of the S&P 500 yesterday, On the 9th, the S&P 500 ranked number 8 as far as its best performing days over history. So that means out of the 15 top performing days, April 9th ranked at number 8 slot. April 9th performed so well, it was on number 8 of the S&P 500 best days in history. Now, when I told you my live stream is about history, it's about current events, it's about economic cycles and economic booms, the activity that you engaged in yesterday, I think April 9th. Was it April 9th? Was it Friday? 9th. On April 9th, that ranked number 8 on the S&P 500 best days of performance. Huh? This has gotten real. This has gotten real. So when you got people telling you to empty out your savings account and buy low, and you have 20 to 40 years to ride this out, do you understand what people are telling you? So when I told you during my live stream, I'm here to teach you how to think, not to follow. You see, am I an influencer? Yes. I'm not an influencer that's going to tell you what to do. I'm going to teach you how to think for yourself. And if you don't see the value in that, you should not be watching me. I will give you information. I will point you to a direction. But if you cannot add 1 + 1, I can't help you. So I just told you April 9th was the eighth best performing day in the history of the S&P 500. And those days preceded an economic crisis like the Great Depression or the 2008 financial crisis. Are you still with me? Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Show me how much you appreciate me. I appreciate you for being here, but I need you to show me how much you appreciate me. And I need to help as many people as possible because you're getting misinformation and you're getting disinformation. It's all manipulated. It's all manipulated. So for some of y'all, you rode that wave yesterday. Some of you rode that wave yesterday. Some of you you're still playing. You're still playing. How many facts in business cycles, economic cycles, do I need to give you before you realize you are playing with the Tower of Babel? How many hardcore economic business facts must I give you before you have some form of appreciation for cash? For cash. See, the problem is you guys think you can't earn money nicely, legally, quickly, unless it's in the stock market. I got some other information today that's going to blow your eyebrows off because it's a different way of looking at how to get money during economic tumultuous times. You see, you guys keep trying to bet on a winning horse. You have gotten accustomed to playing Vegas games on trying to bet on a winning horse when there is another better strategic way to get this money flow going in your direction. And I got a story for you. If I blew your mind right now, I got a story for you that's going to make you think really long and hard. Because some of you like to think that you already know who's going to win these Hunger Games called tariffs. Some of y'all think you already know who's going to win these Hunger Games called tariffs, Trump's tariffs. But there's a money move, a strategic play that just been in the process that you may not know about that I'm going to tell you. And it's going to change how you look at money. And if it doesn't, I don't know where you're watching me. So coming back here, what do you do now? You have been indulging, playing in a market, the stock market, the currency market, that is operating in isolation of business economic fundamentals. I talk straight to you guys. I talk really straight. You've been playing with bubbles, and babies play with bubbles. You've been playing with economic bubbles, and you've been doling out money like you think you got it all figured out, but you don't have it figured out. I'm telling you, the S&P 500 has performed well. You've been told by institutional investors and analysts to have hope. You've seen a reprieve on the tech industry in regards to tariffs. But I told you yesterday, Trump said that tariff reprieve is not going to last. He also said that no one is getting off the hook. So if Trump is telling you, yeah, I gave you a tariff reprieve, but it's not going to last, and no one's getting off the hook, I'm asking you, how much do you love your money? And how much of your money do you want to keep? Because anyone who's a real boss, who's a real G, and understands the value of cash, you know cash pays your bill. You can't go to the light company saying, hey, here's a stock. Here's a stock from Tesla, and I want to pay my light bill from this Tesla stock. Cash is king. Cash has always been king. Cash will always be king. So I'm asking you to think really long and hard. How much risk can you afford? You see, when the economy is strong and relationships are stable, diplomatic global relations are stable, that is a time where you get to indulge. You get to indulge with your cash in the stock market. But if you don't know how the fan is going to hit the shit, or the shit's going to hit the fan, why are you still playing like the markets haven't changed, like the economy hasn't changed, and the world hasn't changed? And if you don't know anything about the Tower of Babel, that's why you need to get educated. There's some things you can do because the timing and the environment supports it. And there's some things you cannot do economically because the environment and the nature and the players of the game do not support it. I'm here to teach you how to think. I'm going to challenge you. If you can't answer my question about how low can this market go, then the next question you should be able to answer is, how much money are you willing to lose? Listen to me. If you can't answer me, how low can this market go? And about a week or two, I told you the stock market was using the 200-day moving day average. When the stock market has to use the 200-day moving average, don't you know what that means? That means out of 365 days in a year, they are using 200 days as a moving average to convince you that the stock market is the best deal on this earth. What? Crickets? Why crickets? You didn't know that they were using the 200-day moving average? I'm sorry, you didn't know that. You didn't know that the 200-day moving average actually is a reflection of 200 out of 365 days of the year. Any real trader knows you want the 7-day moving average, you want the 15-day moving average, you want 30, you want 60, maybe you want 90. But if you're going to the 200-day moving average, and you fools think the stock market's on sale, you don't want your money. You got to accept facts. I call a spade, I call it. If you wanted that money, you would understand what was happening around your cash, and you would hold on to it like it's one of your most beloved family members. Because a few days ago, they told you to have hope. They want you to have hope. When did hope equal net profits? I'm sorry, I'm in a boardroom. I am the CEO of a company. And I go to my board and I tell my board, I want y'all to have hope. I want you to have hope that I'm going to meet these quarterly targets. I want you to have hope that I can hire the best people to get you your return on your money. Do you know I would be fired and kicked on my ass before I got the first word out of my mouth? So when you hear institutional investors and you hear analysts telling you to have hope, I'm asking you, which hemisphere of your mind are you using? Just because someone has a license and some alphabets after their name, if they're telling you something that doesn't make sense, why are you not questioning the information that you hear? Why are you handing over your economic ability to earn money over to somebody who is self-serving? Y'all disappeared on me again. I know you're thinking, but you got to tap, tap, tap and think. These are real questions. So if you cannot calculate the support resistance lines for this current stock market, if you cannot calculate it and you're already belly sliding on the 200-day moving average, what do you need? How much money do you need to lose? And how low must the stock market go before you guys realize, guess what? If you keep playing, you're going to have to take an L. You think you're playing to win. I'm telling you, you're signing up for the scarlet letter, which is an L. And some of you guys cannot handle this L that's coming your way. Do not ask me what to do. You're going to get blocked. I told you my live stream was to teach you how to think. I am sick of people asking me what to do when I'm giving you something more priceless. And what I'm giving you is the ability to critically think. Because if you have good decision-making skills, in the first place, you can ride an economic boom like a Jeep. You can ride economic booms like a Titan because you know when to get on and you know when to get off. The problem is that you are used to people telling you when to breathe, when to talk, when to jump, when to move, and that's why you chase money instead of hunting money. I want people who want to hunt money, which means you're strategic. You understand the value of timing. You're not out there doing a rain dance hoping for luck. You know the art of timing, and you move at the right time, and you get out at the right time. Do not ask me what to do. Step the hell up, take accountability for your prosperity, and own this shit. Are we clear? And if you don't like my approach, scroll. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to teach you how to think. Because this is a skill that's missing in school. I don't care if you went to an Ivy League school or if you got educated or not. You are not taught how to think. And you make decisions based off of ignorance and emotions. And that is how you succumb to generational poverty. Cindy, goodbye. You want to be a smart ass, you get to be a smart ass and a broke ass. I want to be clear. I have no patience today. You want to be a smart ass, you're going to be a smart ass and a broke ass. You're out of my live stream. Try me. So now that I've told you that the S&P 500 is a comprehensive snapshot of the U.S. global economy, and anytime that it performs well, it is talking to you. The S&P is trying to tell you all that the economic fundamentals are not there. How do I know? Let me tell you why. The S&P 500 has 500 companies, I already told you. That's a sample of our economy. And when they start behaving a certain way, these stocks, they're actually telling you a story. I told you money talks. And if you look at history and you look at what money's telling you, it's only a matter of time before you see what is hidden. Listen to me. I told you 15 out of the best days of the S&P 500 over history. Told you in advance that a crisis was coming. The number eight ranking of best days was on April 9th of 2025. Okay, some of y'all got your dates wrong. The number 8 ranking day, number 8, was April 9th of 2025. The S&P is telling you to protect your money. History is telling you to safeguard your money. And you guys seem to think some of you will ride this wave. But most of you are not going to be able to. What do you do? Do you protect the cash that you have and see how this plays out? Or do you keep playing with fire, which is called a bubble? And if you don't know what happens to bubbles, bubbles pop. Go back to the 2008 financial crisis, see what happened. Go back to Black Friday of 1987, see what happened. And most importantly, go back to the Great Depression and see what happened. Which side of this money fence do you want to be on? Tap, 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 guys. Hold on. Tap, tap, tap. I got 2 more hard-hitting stories, and I'm not going to move on to them until I make sure you get this. Tap this screen. Tap this screen. You have a choice on which side of the money fence you're going to be on. You're going to be on the broke money side, or you're going to be on the new money, more money side. And the stock market is not the only way. The traditional stock market is not the only way for you to earn money. So when you leave my live stream, if you're taking notes, one of the notes you must understand is this. One of the notes you must take is this. Can I answer this question? How low can this stock market go? Okay? If you cannot answer that, then the next question you must be able to answer is, how much can I afford to lose financially and emotionally? How much can I afford to lose financially and emotionally? And if you can't put a dollar sign behind that bitch, I'm telling you to sit this one out. I'm asking you to sit this one out and to think and meditate on this. Because if you can't afford it, and you can't afford the emotional mental turmoil that comes with this loss, what are you doing? Right? I'm moving on. I've made my point. Check my facts. Research the S&P 500. Research it. Now, some of you are young. Some of you are mature like me. Some of you are young. Some of you are mature like me. Go do your research. I love when people think. I love to make people think. Do your research. And then you come back, send me a message, and let me know if you think I'm full of shit. Let me know. I would love to know. I would love to know. If the Great Depression had 9 out of 15 of the best days of the S&P 500, and April 9th of 2025 ranked in the number 8 position this year, what you doing? What we doing? Are we going to tap this cash? Are you skipping to the bank of broke? Are you skipping to the bank of broke? Are you going to tap this cash with me? All right. Welcome to my live, everyone. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my live. Now we are getting, my advisor says I can take my money until I'm 59 years old. Panda Tucker. You're not paying attention, Panda. Goodbye, Panda. Goodbye, Panda. I told you, you got to focus on me. I don't care what your financial advisor told you. That's not this purpose. Now I'm getting ready. Now the heat's turning up. I'm getting ready to turn the heat up on you. Tap that screen. Now, I just told you a few minutes ago that instead of betting on a winning horse, there is a different approach to take. Did you hear me when I said that? You see, when you play the stock market, you are normally trying to find the winning horse so that you have bragging rights and you snatch this bag. But I told you there's a time for that strategy. That strategy is not a cookie cutter, foolproof plan. When you're dealing with uncertain economic times, you got to do it differently. You got to go back to the basics. And let me tell you the basics. You have an iPhone, all right? Your iPhone is your pride and joy. Now, some of you, what you like to do is you like to invest in Apple and, Androids. You like to pick the winner. But what if I told you, instead of trying to pick the winning horse, you give the horse or the horses what they need? What does that mean? Instead of trying to bet on one horse, why don't you focus on giving all the horses in the race what they mean? what they need. What does that mean? All horses need feed. All horses need horseshoes. All horses need their what is it? Their mane, their hair brushed. So instead of betting on one particular horse, I'm asking you to take about 10 to 50 miles back. Step back. Instead of betting on a horse, all the horses that are in the races, they need feed, don't they? They need certain supplies. So when the economy is acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and you are trying to play in the stock market, I'm telling you, why don't you go to the basics? You see, it doesn't matter which horse wins. All horses have to eat. So just like the iPhone needs certain things, to make the iPhone, there's certain minerals, there's certain chips, there's certain technologies that go into the Apple iPhone. So you don't have to bet on Apple. You don't have to bet on Android. You come at it from a different angle. That's what hunting means. And let me give you a real life example. The U.S. is having trade wars, specifically with China. Now, China has been taking many different tactics to come from underneath what is happening with U.S. policies. About a week ago, I told you what I just told you. Instead of betting on a winning horse, I told you, you go after what the horses need. And someone heard me. Someone heard me. And let me tell you who heard me. A couple of days ago, I told you China was in Chile for copper. Who else is in Chile? The U.S. We are in Chile mining blue gold. China has recently showed up for copper. China has showed up for copper at a time that President Trump has signed an executive order saying that we are revamping building ships. So first we have tariffs. The U.S. levies tariffs against China, which impacts their shipping and cargo business. And because of our tariffs, millions, billions of money flow is leaving that industry of China, and it was up for grabs. And within a few days, President Trump signed an executive order saying we are now rebuilding ships in the U.S. You want to know why? Because we impacted China's money flow and we took that back to us. Now, let me tell you what China did. China, somebody heard me, because China ended up in Chile. And China's getting copper. And to build ships, guess what you need? You need copper. But that's not it. 2 weeks ago, I told you Vietnam discovered about 150 veins of natural resources and minerals. And about 40 of those was gold. I told you who was in Vietnam. I said China was in Vietnam. Now I've set the stage. Let me take you home. Let me take you here. China, rare earth exports halt to countries worldwide. Hold on now. Hold on. It's getting ready to get real. You got to pay attention. I gave you the backstory. I told you the U.S. is a consumer-based economy. And when a consumer-based economy, we like to buy finished goods. People who are also listening to me, I said, if you're in this global trade market, you must understand your role. The U.S. is a consumer-based economy, and I said China was an export manufacturing economy. So let me tell you what China's doing. China manufactured our goods, exported it, and we imported it. But China is also responsible for 90% of the world's rare earth minerals being produced. So if you don't want to buy Chinese goods without tariffs, China is going around securing mineral natural resource deals, and they have halted exporting natural rare minerals to countries worldwide. Some of you are thinking, but some of you got this. Some of you are thinking, but some of you got this. They did what I suggested. They could not fight back on the tariffs. They could not fight back because of the tariffs. So they took a few steps back and say, you know what? If we have the minerals and the natural resources, and we mine 90% of those minerals and natural resources, there's no production and there's nothing for consumers to buy. Where did y'all go? Tap the screen. I told you my live stream is groundbreaking. Hello, Andres from New Jersey. I need you to tap that screen. I need you to tap that screen. Now, Andres just got muted and blocked because he brought politics into my live stream. I told you, don't bring politics into my live stream. Don't bring politics into my live stream. This is a boss money move. They have stopped exporting natural resources and minerals to countries worldwide. Exporting natural resources and minerals to countries worldwide. They are going to shut it down. The U.S. is going to run out of natural resources and minerals that are needed to produce the tech that you love and that you buy. Please show me in the string of hearts if you understand the magnitude and the amount of money that I'm talking about. This is a Titan boss move. Since April 4th, they have stopped. And guess what? Around April 4th is when I told y'all to stop betting on the winning horse and start going for the fee. Let me tell you this, on April 4th, on my live stream, I announced, stop trying to go after the winning horse and you go after what the horse needs. And after I said that, China was in Chile, China is in Vietnam, and China has stopped exporting minerals and resources that are needed to produce your goods. Now, it doesn't matter if the U.S. is a consumer-based economy. It no longer matters if the U.S. is a consumer-based economy because we can't buy a damn thing without the supplies. So when I told y'all, you think you're going to know who's winning this? Don't put your money on the table. This is money flow at its best. You see, when you understand your value. I mentioned this before. When you understand your value and you know your role, that gives you strategy and strategic moves. You see, the mistake that China was making is not understanding its role in this global economy. And they have mastered it within the last week. Now, what does this have to do with all of you? Well, most of you are playing in the stock market. You're trying to bet on NVIDIA, Tesla, IBM, and Microsoft. And anyone who's been watching me, I told you, no. I told you about blue gold. I told you about white gold. I told you about copper. I told you about the veins that were found in Vietnam. I told you about the Congo, weapons for minerals. I told you about all this. And what y'all doing? You're listening to Gen Z financial influencers who are telling you to empty your savings account. And I'm trying to teach y'all how to get cash.
Can't buy those companies without supplies.
You can't invest in a company that has no supplies for research and development, that have no supplies to make robots, that have no supplies for your AI. They have essentially almost shut it down. So if Trump does not come to the table and starts having some convo, if they don't start recultivating this bromance with China, we got a problem. Cash is a depreciating asset. Yes, but you're watching my live stream and I'm talking about cash. Make it make sense. If cash is not worthy to you, what do you plan on doing? Hauling dirt? Focus. And you just got blocked. Tap that screen. So, that reprieve on tech, hold on, I'm on repeat mode. Those of you who went in on Pump It Monday and invested in the stock market that was tumultuous, you did not know that China halted sending natural minerals worldwide, and you just invested in a goddamn stock that may not have natural resources to produce your cell phone. What we doing? Show me you love me. Show me you love me. You just investing in a market when I warned you. I warned you. It was pumping Monday. You didn't know that China stopped the natural resources. So you just bought into NVIDIA. You bought into the Mag 7. And within 2 months, they're going to be out of natural resources to build the phone, to build your computer, to build a humanoid robot. What's going to happen to the stock market now? What's going to happen to the stock market now? Keep trying me. This is why you watch me. I am going to break your thinking. I'm going to break the blinders that are on your face. And I need you to understand that this world is global. We are interconnected. Okay? Now, shipments stopped from China on April 4th. China produces 90%, 90, that's a 9 and 0, of the world's rare earth minerals. It is used for tech, it is used for auto, it is used for aerospace, it's used for defense, and it's used for more. If this freezes, if the Chinese freeze lasts longer than 2 months, the U.S. will be in a crisis and stockpiles will be depleted. I'm not talking until y'all get me to 50K within a minute. If you want to hear the last things I need to talk about, I need y'all to hit that screen. Goodbye, LDK, IDK. I don't know. You don't know. Now you are goodbye. Goodbye. You don't come in my live stream. You don't come in my platform telling me what to do. I want to be clear. Please tap that screen, people. Stop running. Stop running. Stop panicking. Stop panicking. You need to listen. This is a critical time. Don't do us like that, Gus. Goodbye, Gus. Don't come in here complaining. When someone is educating you and they are providing you value information, you sit and listen. If you were at Harvard and a Harvard professor was giving you this information, you would sit there and quietly, don't tell us what to do, lady. Goodbye. Goodbye. Please tap that screen. Do not pay attention to my moderator. Do not pay attention to my moderator. Focus on me. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to teach you how to think. I am not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to teach you how to think. And if you cannot handle the responsibility of that machine on top of your head, do not watch my live stream. You need to scroll. You need to find another financial influencer who's going to tell you to empty out your bank account and put it in the stock market. I am not the person to listen to. I'm here to teach you how to think so you can have financial independence and personal independence. If you do not want independence, do not watch me. Very simple. Now, I want to reiterate what I said. China has stopped exporting rare minerals and resources on April 4th. If this freeze lasts longer than 2 months, the U.S. consumer-based economy will be in a crisis. The first section of my live stream, I told you the S&P 500. I told you the S&P 500 was telling you something was wrong. Okay, if you missed that part of my live stream, shame on you. The S&P 500 is telling you crisis signals. China has halted rare minerals and resources, and they produce 90%. And if they freeze for more than 2 months, the U.S. is in a crisis. I've showed you a crisis here. I showed you a crisis here. And I showed you the stock market is operating in isolation of our economy. No crisis, mama. I'm an exporter. Okay. Yeah, daddy. Goodbye. Okay? No one has to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. He's talking about I'm an exporter. No crisis, mama. Bye, daddy. Daddy got kicked out. Daddy got the boot. I've given you information that you can research on your own. I implore you to take notes and look at what I'm saying. If we do not, where can we invest now? Please do not ask me what you should do. Felix, focus. I already told you my name, and if you have never watched me before, that's your problem. People who watch me, you know my name. And if you don't know my name, you know me. If you don't know me, you know me now. Don't ask me my name. My name has nothing to do with what I'm talking to you about. Focus. We have 2 months to reach a deal with China. And if we do not, and China does not agree, China now has the ability to not agree to sit down with us. You now thought China's been trying to come to the table with Trump, and Trump saying, nah, bruh. The move that China has just made, China can choose not to sit down and have a conversation with the U.S. This is real money moves, people. And that's why I tell y'all, don't bet on a winning horse. Do not bet on a winning horse.
Who was the reprieve for?
Don't bet on a winning horse. Do not bet on a winning horse.
Who was the reprieve for?
And who was the reprieve for? I'm going to tell you what my producer, my director just wanted me to remind you. The tech reprieve that you guys have right now, if China holds out our natural resources and China has 145% tariffs on them, who was the tech reprieve for? Who was the tech reprieve for? You bought tech stocks thinking we had a 90-day pause, and you thought trade was going to flow between the U.S. and China, right? Trump took away the tariffs for 90 days, correct? And you thought China and the U.S., okay, we're engaging in business. But China stopped the natural resources on April 4th. So when Trump came around saying 90-day pause on tariff, is it because he knew that China had him by the gonads? Or was it because they knew that the stock market was going to tank? I'm going to say this again. China stopped exporting rare natural resources on April 4th, 2025. Did the Trump administration give a tech reprieve because China had us by the gonads? Or was it because they knew the stock market would crash when this information got out? So again, you got to think. You got to think. And who got paid? This is money flow. Who got paid? And who got played? Who got paid? And who got played? You need to respect your money. You need to respect your money. And when they're telling you the stock market's on sale, you go tell them to kick rocks. Okay? When they tell you to empty out your bank accounts, you tell them, go kick rocks. This is real. This is real life happening in front of you. No, this does not. No. Hunzi, wrong. Hunzi, wrong. Hunzi, wrong. That's the wrong mentality. That is the wrong mentality. Wrong mentality. Let me tell you why. If you watch me, I tell you money doesn't disappear. Money moves. Let me tell you why. There's generational poverty. Hold on. Some of y'all come here with a victim money mindset. And your victim money mindset is one of the main reasons why there's generational poverty. You see, the blessing of being in a capitalistic society is that you have an opportunity to stack the odds in your favor by understanding money flow. So when you come in here and tell me, woe for the common man is signing up to get played. The common man is signing up to be ignorant. The common man is asking me what to do with their money. No. I got to call a spade, and I'm going to wrap this up. And anyone who wants to learn about daily cash flow, I will tell you in a few minutes. I'm going to repeat. Anyone who's interested in earning money instead of a broke pity party, you stay on my live stream. Everyone else, I want you to understand this. Common man, you are common because you choose to take action when opportunity is presented in front of your face. And if you knew the purpose of my live stream is to teach you how to ride economic booms so you have generational prosperity. You cannot sit in my live stream and sit here and try to tell me woe is the common man when you have a woman in front of your face barking like a hyena, trying to teach you how to think, to have generational prosperity. Do not come and play with me. You are live at a time where there's technologies that you can leverage. I don't care if you collect garbage, you are a CEO, I don't give a damn. You have an opportunity to get six-figure income earning skill sets and you can be a high school dropout. So don't tell me about the common man, because the common man is always looking for someone to shepherd them instead of shepherding your damn self. And if you're watching me, you need to learn how to stand the hell up, ride this economic booms with me, and get reskilled and stack this cash. If you cannot do this, and you don't want to do this, and you refuse to take action, my live stream is not the location for you. You need to stand up to get this money. You need to walk towards this money, and you need to stop with your broke money mindset excuses, STFU, and listen, because I'm only on for 70 minutes with you. So stop with the pity party, get your shit together, grow a spine, hold your balls, and listen to what the hell I'm saying. Did you hear me? Be quiet, grow a spine, grab your balls, and listen to what I'm saying, and let's do this. Do I make myself clear? And if you don't even have balls, pretend you have some, and let's roll. You need to grow a pair. You need to grow a pair. This is about money flow. And this is about learning how to follow money. And this is about riding economic booms. That's it. And this is how you build generational prosperity. Okay? Real talk. Thank you. Now, last but not least, I told you China is in Vietnam. And China and Vietnam have signed about 40 undisclosed agreements. Yeah, I'm going to teach you guys about daily cash flow in a minute. But I'm going to wrap this up so my other audience can leave. China and Vietnam have just signed about 40 undisclosed agreements. They're unclear financial agreements. They're agreements on supply chains, railway cooperation, production, and more. Vietnam has unearthed more than 40 gold mines, 30 tons of gold or more. 40 out of 150 new mines are gold. The other 10 mines are undisclosed. 110 other mines are undisclosed. Those mines are worth billions in USD. Billions in USD. And China and Vietnam have undisclosed agreements for these mines. China is stockpiling. They're buying unprecedented amounts of oil from Saudi Arabia, OPEC. They're hoarding and stockpiling. And while you guys are chasing money, China is hunting this cash. So you have a choice to make right now in my live stream. You have a choice to follow me or not. You have a choice to listen to what I'm saying and to think about what I'm saying. And you have another choice to decide if you are willing to consider alternative routes of building generational prosperity that are not based upon old paradigms and old money systems that are collapsing in front of your face. You see, when the stock market collapses, That means money flows and money has shifted. And when money shifts, you must pivot. If you refuse to pivot and you keep chasing something that is falling, then you're naturally going to fall with it. That is the art of money. Money moves like the ocean's tides. There's high tide and there's low tide. And when there's low tide here, there's high tide someplace else. So the art of following money flow is to be able to identify when tides are shifting, the reason why tides shift, and making sure your ass is in the right location at the right time. So guys, I am moving over big boss moves. Exactly, Aaron. I am fluidity. Thank you, Elm Street. So this is the second portion of my live. It's not going to be very long. For those of you who know what you're doing, you got money, you don't need to hear me, move on. Anyone who's interested in a six-figure income earning skill set and daily cash flow in an industry that's booming, that gets you skills and get you set up for future economic booms, I want you to stay with me. All my other audience, this is your time to exit. Thank you for your love and support. So I'm going to repeat. Anyone who knows me and who's been in my live stream, there's a puzzle. Oh, these damn puzzles. All right, puzzle gone. Anyone, thank you, Michelle, anyone who has never watched me, who's interested in a 2-hour workday, daily cash flow, in an industry that's booming, that allows you to earn 100% of the profits, 100% of the revenue. This is the segment of my live stream where I try to educate people who want to go from broke money to new money and new money to more money. There's an economic boom that's happening that is beginner friendly, that is step by step. Stay. Everyone else, get the hell out. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Now let me tell you guys what's happening. There is an economic boom that's happening. There is an economic recession and there's an economic boom happening at the same time. It's two sides of the same coin. When one industry is going down, another industry is going up. These are basic laws of the universe. So while some of you are experiencing an economic recession, other people are experiencing an economic boom. Why? Because they have aligned themselves with the economic boom. Some of you are doing this wrong. Some of you are willing to change. Some of you are not willing to change, and that's how you have generational poverty. Now, the digital economic boom, it's cybersecurity, it's cell phones, it's quantum computing, it's algorithm, it's AI, it's automations, it's e-learning, it's robots. These technologies are actually sucking out the wealth and prosperity of very established industries that we've known for a very long time. But that's what happens with modernization, technological revolution. Now, how do you earn an income when you have been accustomed to working in servitude to an employer? Well, let me tell you, and I say this again, I help people identify economic booms. I help you identify right timing. I help you understand the importance of investing in technology for yourself. I want to repeat, not investing in technology like apples, investing in a system that works for you and getting reskilled. What I'm going to suggest to you is a small micro version of what Tesla does, of what Amazon does, of what NVIDIA does. It's a small version for you as a human being. Now, the e-learning industry is a $1.5 billion daily industry. What does that mean? That's 1.5 billion every single day. The e-learning industry is projected, is projected to double in 2 years. So by 2027, the e-learning industry, which is online learning, is projected to double. It will be $3 billion daily. Now, how do you earn an income from this? Well, first, you don't have to create anything. There is an automated system. Listen to me. There is an automated system which is already built and is designed to support you and having an online business that has no monthly expenses. So when I told you about a 2-hour workday, you can actually have your own business with a 2-hour workday because you have an automated system that uses automations, AI, and it's online. And it does all the grinding and heavy hitting. What does that mean? It means there's no sales, there's no multi-level marketing, there's no network marketing, there's no affiliate marketing. So what does this automated system give you? It gives you time freedom. It gives you unlimited income earning potential. It gives you the ability to have your own business and earn 100% of the profits. Now you earn 100% of the profits because it's your business. This is not 1099. This is not 1099. You earn all the money. Now some of you are saying, huh? And I'm saying, yeah, baby. How do you get in? Leave my live, go to my profile. Everything is there. Everyone else, keep listening. If you want my website, go to my profile. Everyone else, keep listening. Automations is the future and it's the present. Automations is allowing companies like Amazon, Tesla, UPS, FedEx, USPS to deliver goods to you at a faster, more efficient rate, and it brings them greater profits. So instead of you being laid off by these normal traditional employers, I'm telling you, you now have a chance to have your own automated system that is online, that allows you to have to work 2 hours, maybe 3 hours a day. And the automated system is working 24/7 for you, creating passive income. Now you're saying, how is an automated system online going to generate 100% profits for me, a 2-hour workday? What is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's called digital skills. Digital skills are in alignment with the digital economic boom right now. Some of you are used to traditional modes of earning an income. Traditional modes of earning an income means either you are a low-wage employee or you've gone to school and you've gotten some type of education. You've taken on student loan debts, you've gone to school for years, and then you work for the next 10 lifetimes paying that off. Because of e-learning and because of the digital revolution, it has sped up the time that it takes for you to get access to information and for you to learn to earn. I'm going to repeat. We live in a time that is fast. It is faster because of digital technologies. These digital technologies have actually sped up the pace and rate in which you can learn to earn. So something that would take you, 4 years to be able to earn a 6-figure income, you could be earning 6-figure income with digital skill sets as a high school dropout, all because of the e-learning industry, and you got taught these skills. Now, how did this automated system work? Well, part of your digital skills, you will be taught how to attract your customers. You know how you want to attract love? You know how you go online and you create a profile and you are trying to attract love. You're trying to attract a man. You're trying to attract a woman. Imagine having digital skills that teaches you how to attract your customer. They come to your online automated system. They enter their email into your automated system, and then your automated system does all the grinding and work for you. Hi, Aaron, there's no rejection. There's no calls. There's no DMs. There's nothing. Because AI and automations handle it all for you online. Welcome to the new age. Now you're trying to figure out, how do I earn 100% of the money? I'm going to tell you how. When you invest in your automated system, you get a reskilling program that comes with it. Your card comes with the manual. Your cell phone comes with the manual. Your gaming system comes with a manual. So this automated system comes with a reskilling program that teaches you 6-figure income earning skill sets. Now, what does it mean? It means a funnel. Funnels make money. Emails make money. So this automated money machine actually is using technology that are money makers. Now, I told you it doesn't matter if you're a high school dropout. It doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't matter if you're a gardener. It doesn't matter if you're a software programmer. If you don't have a 2-hour workday, if you don't make 100% of the money, and you don't have daily cash flow, your skills are obsolete. I'm going to repeat. If you don't have a 2-hour workday, because you have an automated system, you do not have daily cash flow, and you do not earn 100% of the profits, you are operating with skill sets and knowledge that is basically stunting your money and is going to halt your prosperity. The job market is changing. Humanoid robots, AI, and quantum computing is coming for a number of jobs. So the way human beings are actually going to earn an income is by having their own business. Now, what does this cost you? It's cheaper than your cell phone. It's a one-time low investment. This one-time low investment gets you an automated system that gets you 1 to 3 streams of income. It uses automations and it's set up to work for you 24/7. So even while you're sleeping, if you get these digital skill sets, your automated money machine is always doing the selling for you. So while you're getting your hair done, you're getting your nails done, you're going on dates, you're hanging out with your homies, you have an automated system that's basically running on autopilot, bringing you income because you've learned skills that drives people to your automated system without spending money on advertising, without spending money on marketing, without spending money on inventory, without earning small commissions. This is the new age. It's beginner friendly. It's step-by-step training. It's live mentoring. Now, what's the cost? It's a one-time investment of $600 or $300 or $100. I'm going to repeat. One-time investment of $100, $300, or $600. What is the difference? Well, one has 1 income stream, one has 2 income streams, one has 3 income streams. What are income streams? It's like you working 3 jobs. Your automated system can have 3 income streams, which is the equivalent to you working 3 jobs. Your automated system can have 3 income streams and works for you 24/7. Next, just like you can attract a date, you will be taught how to attract people without spending money. Next, just like you can attract a date, you will be taught how to attract people without spending money. Very simple. This works anywhere in the world. Blessing anywhere in the world. I was in Malaysia a couple of weeks ago. I'm in Vietnam right now. I am from the US. I was in Silicon Valley for about 25 years. Now I'm just traveling the world with my 2 kids. You can be anywhere in the world. Canada, South Africa, Australia, Japan, China. You can be anywhere in the world to do this. If you don't have the skills to ride this economic boom, you're not going to be able to get this money. Here is the 3-step thing, I think 4-step thing to riding an economic boom. You got to have right timing. You have to invest in technology that's your own. You have to get reskilled for that industry, and you have to take action. Can you add later streams? I'm sure you can. Yes. Yes. Natalie, yes. But you can't add any extra streams of income using an automated system until you get the basics. Now, this is beginner friendly. It's step by step. It's all online. You do it on your time. You do it on your schedule. It is learn to earn. What does learn to mean? You watch a 5-minute video. You learn some information. You implement it. This is not something that you study for 90 days, 6 months. The whole goal is for you to hit the ground running. And you're not spending money. So if you've never had a chance to earn 6-figure income, if you never had a way to get an education that would afford you to earn 6-figure income, if you have lost your ability to earn 6-figure income, what that tells me, and I'm going to tell you, is that your skill set is becoming obsolete. And when your skill set becomes obsolete, meaning you can't earn the income that you desire, that's your sign by the universe to shift. This is how you follow money, and this is how you ride an economic boom. And here's my last story of the day. First, you want to know how to do it? My website's on my profile. Everything is there. Everything you're going to learn, the lessons step by step, are listed. I'm going to repeat. Every lesson, everything you're going to learn is transparent. It's transparent. You want to learn how to earn 6 figures in 6 months? It's there. You want to learn how to launch to profit in 7 days? It's there. There's no extra expenses. It's a one-time low investment. You got the system that's already ready. You just got to plug in your domain. Next, you got the online system and you have a community to support you. Yes, people, some of you need a community to support you and rally behind. You need to see other people earning this money. There's a community of people that are there. There's live mentoring. There's step-by-step training. So that's done. Now, this money is real. The e-learning industry is booming. This one-time investment is literally a one-time investment. Is there risk involved? The only risk is you. You see, what I found with people is that they have a broke money mindset and they have an entitlement and some form of laziness. You see, the automated system already earns money. So the automated system's not the problem. The reskilling program, it earns money. It works. It works. It teaches you what you need to know. So if you feel like going to Harvard, if you invested in Harvard education, you know Harvard works, this works. So the only reason why this would not work is because of you. Commitment and consistency. Commitment and consistency. Commitment and consistency. Some of you have more commitment and consistency to your broke money mindset. And when it comes for you to learn how to master this money game, you sit there like crickets. The system earns money. It works. The reskilling program, it works. 6-figure income earning skill sets. People are quitting their 2 to 3 jobs. How much money can you earn? It depends on you. It depends on you. This is no different than anything else. You got a dead-end job. If you can have commitment and consistency to a dead-end job, you can have commitment and consistency to a toxic relationship. You can have commitment and consistency to your negative thinking. You can have commitment and consistency to going after this money, right? All you got to do is go to my profile. If you're interested in getting a 6-figure income earning skill set, thank you. That's real. Go to my profile, go to my website, check it out. My name is Tara. I am a digital nomad. I love history. I love business. I love money. I love current events. And most specifically, I love teaching people how to pivot and ride economic booms because I love money. I speak money. I talk cash. Everything else can kiss my ass. Now, if you liked my live stream, I hope you see you again tomorrow, but I'm only about money. Money is not evil. People do evil things. So if you want this bag, you want this money, you got to grow some balls and you got to take action. If you sleep on this opportunity that could solve your money issues, that can solve your time issues, that can solve your freedom issues. If you sleep on this, you're on your own. Next, don't tell me you can't afford this because you're watching me on your cell phone. And your cell phone, your gaming system, and your flat screen TV cost you more money than this. And there's a payment plan for people who are in the U.S. So if you want to roll with me and you want to ride these economic booms, you got to take action. And stop sitting on the sidelines saying, woe is me, and the universe is against you. The universe is with you. I landed on your screen. I'm pointing you in the direction of money. Now let's get it. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.